inspiring to look at.
Yes, this one's very good.
Mr. Christopher Nolan.
It's very exciting to be back in Shanghai.
I'm at NYU Shanghai. Give you an exclusive tour inside.
让更多的外国人更加理解了上海话的路。
Welcome to the premiere of Chinese Puzzle.
Learning the differences.
SMG International.
Отличная инфраструктура. Путешествовать очень удобно.
Время планировать поездку в Китай.
Are you ready to begin your studies in China?
I've already begun learning Chinese.
You can learn by following the Shanghai Eye 24-hour live stream.
和中国的天通，我们在听一天打天下。
在世界的东边，有个文明古国，它叫中国。
Like it blows my mind.
China has been a leader in embracing investment.
Decoupling of the economies is not a solution.
Die Freundschaft mit China nützt unsere Wirtschaft.
Ich habe jetzt ein besseres Verständnis für viele Kooperationskonzepte.
I would say China's a lot stronger today in innovation.
You should really check out these explanatory reports.
Joe Biden's official presidential car is Cadillac One, otherwise known as a Beast. So is its Chinese counterpart. It was Peng Liyuan's debut on the global political stage. She'd been a well-known folk singer and vocal professor in China, but this time she was there as Xi Jinping's wife. Elegant, steadfast, the West was expecting Xi's lady would bring something different to China's world image. Before meeting her husband, Peng had gained huge fame as a singer in the PLA on the stage of the annual Chinese New Year Gala, perhaps the most watched TV show on earth. When she shifted her role from a folk singer to the First Lady of China, Peng did it differently from her predecessors. Within the first 6 months, Peng Liyuan was included in the Forbes list of most powerful women for 2013 and Time's list of 100 most influential people of that year. She also graced Vanity Fair's best dressed list. You may think, what makes her or her wardrobe such a huge hit? Well, it's Chinese, but that's not all. Colorful whites seem to be Peng's favorite. When she visited the UK in 2015, her pure white suit seemed graceful. White is one of the 5 traditional primary colors in China. It's frozen ice, snowflakes, and mellow moonlight. Here, white is not something abstract, but something you can touch and feel. Jade white, warm and soft. White blossoms in spring, pure and fresh. White hair of mythic horses, mysterious and powerful. On the ancient ink wash paintings, there's also white, space intentionally left blank for the viewer's imaginations. Another most in color in Peng's wardrobe is cyan, a color floating between green and blue. It can be the vigorous flora in spring or brightened sky after a storm. Tang Liyuan didn't build her own image separately, but brings her husband Xi into this game of colors. Most of the time, their outfits echo each other. A tea green dress and a tea green tie, a royal blue coat and a royal blue tie, a cyan scarf and a cyan tie, a mulberry red handbag and a mulberry red tie, a spotted scarf and tie. Sometimes they're complementary. Vermilion and black green, scarlet and royal blue. A sharp contrast, yes, but complementary nonetheless. Hang's debut in 2013 was a success, as are her later appearances. She definitely has brought something different to the global image of China, with the essence of Chinese philosophy both rooted in her dress code and other characters. That is inner confusion, whose key values are harmony. This concept lies in every relationship among human beings. Like the old Chinese saying goes, only by cultivating the moral self and regulating the family can you maintain the universe rightly and peaceful. For the first time and ever since, this Chinese philosophy flowing from millennia was clearly spoken.
More territorial dispute around the South China Sea. This is disgusting.
This is China Coast Guard vessel. China has indisputable sovereignty over the Nanshan Islands.
So here's this ring-shaped reef down in the South China Sea. The Philippines says it's theirs. China says it's theirs. The Philippines calls it a union show. China calls it Ren Ai Jiao. And the former colonists call it Le Bon Tomate. It's 15 by 5 kilometers, but it's not even a piece of land. It only emerges at low tide. It's underwater most of the time, and certainly nobody lives here. And why does the Philippines say it's theirs? Hey, Xiaowang, I'm just gonna sit on this edge of your pond for a little bit because it's closer to where I live than where you live. I'm gonna take that as a yes. Across the world, the reef's legal status is low tide elevation. Historically, fishermen from several countries in the area, like China, have used reefs in the region as temporary docking sites. However, territorial disputes around this reef started in the 20th century ever since resources were found in the nearby waters. Different countries had different maps and documents and records to show it's theirs. Here's the map I have from 1984. According to treaties signed 1898, 1900, and 1930, the reef was not part of the Philippines' territory. But then in 1999, the Philippines went out to occupy the reef by intentionally beaching a warship called the BRP Sierra Madre. Hot damn! I guess we'll see what happens in 25 years! The Philippines has promised... Yeah? Oh, those b****s! There's no need to repair it. Just tow the fucking ship! And so whenever the Philippines is spotted trying to send construction materials to the reef, China responds, and then the Philippines responds, and then the Western media respond, and then China responds more. It's a train wreck.
And of course, the United States has always existed in this process. Speaking from the U.S. government, this essential structure has to be here due to strategic importance to the United States and its allies around the world.
That's done in the form of drill after drill after drill. Nice American people, I need more bikes. Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. When such attempts happen, China Coast Guard uses water cannon to shoo off incoming Philippine ships and accuses the United States for using Philippines as a pawn to destabilize the South China Sea.
The United States continues through our own operations to be physically present in the region on a daily basis, and we continue to fly, sail, and operate everywhere that international law allows.
They only not do that where the penguins live! And in a recently released audio, China and the Philippines appear to have reached a new agreement on the shipwreck, which the Philippines denied again in just a few days. And this has happened multiple times before. And that's pretty much what happens round and round in a circle around this whole issue. What do you guys think? Should I pour more trash in so this place will be mine? Let me know in the comment section down below!
When people think about mummies, their minds often go to Egypt. But do you know that China also has its own mummies? Here at the Xinjiang Museum, you can find several of these incredible exhibits, including the most famous one, the Lowland Beauty. The human remains here are not actually mummies in the traditional sense, but rather desiccated corpses. These bodies were not intentionally mummified as part of any burial ritual. Instead, the dry, salty environment of the desert allowed the bodies to decay minimally. The Lowland Beauty is the body of a 155-centimeter tall woman who is believed to have died at the age of 45, around 3,800 years ago. Her body was found without a coffin. Her modest funerary items, including a small wooden comb and a grass-woven basket, as well as the lice in her hair, suggest she lived a difficult life. The body was discovered in 1980 in the Tiebanhe Cemetery in the Tarim Basin, near the remains of the ancient Lowland Kingdom, hence the name Lowland Beauty. Lowland was an important trade center along the ancient Silk Road, established at the beginning of the Han Dynasty. However, as the Lowland Beauty is significantly older, dating back up to 3,800 years, she is most likely not a resident of the kingdom. What caught my attention is the face paint on the two mummies named Qiemo male mummy and the Qiemo female mummy, dating back 2,800 years. Face paint was part of their funeral ritual. They were named after the town of Qiemo in the Taklamakan Desert, where they were found. Some traces of orange color on the woman's fingernail indicate that she used balsam flower to dye her nails. Today, many people surround the woman's head to keep the jaw shut, as the tongue swelled during decomposition. With their European kilometers, however, a genomic analysis published in 2021 suggests they were locals with deep roots in the region. They were most closely related to a genetic group called the ancient North Eurasians, a population that had greatly Tarim Basin didn't intermarry with other groups. They seem to have openly they put on woven woolen clothing, grew wheat and millet, herded sheep, and milked cattle to make cheese. At first, I was a little frightened by the idea of seeing these bodies, but the stories they tell excite me. They reveal how new ideas and technologies could spread among different groups even before their genes did. As I uncover more about their lives, I got a deeper appreciation for the rich tapestry of human history that has shaped our present.
分别与中国、韩国和日本。
美国联邦政府关门的危机。
俄乌冲突将是笼罩此次峰会的阴影。
敦促其他国家要避免火上浇油。
我在这个半个地球以外的华盛顿给找到了。
他们希望让自己的生活变得更加美好。
你好吗？
This was the first group of students I took to China.
My journey is deep into China.
Not too many people get this view.
Very inspiring to look at.